over the past couple of months, I have made the decision to try to go all in, if I can, on being a Christian writer. That is what I want to do. And so as part of that, I have been trying to get to as many online writers conferences as I can for Christian writers. I'm Wanda Thibodeau. I am the host of the Faithful on the Clock podcast, and today is Challenge Me Monday. So as I've been going to these writers conferences, most of them have been pretty good, and as I go to these, I'm like, these are my people, right? Christian writers. I'm a Christian writer. Right? But the last couple that I have gone to have been actually pretty hard, because what I have been finding is that a lot of the Christian writers conferences, and this is nothing against them, okay? But it's just that what I have been writing, I am not afraid to deal with what I will call really tough topics, combining that with theology and Christianity. So for example, like domestic violence, things like that. That life is messy, and that stuff happens to people, and it does converge with your faith. So that has been my focus, is to try and represent that in a realistic way within my fiction. But as I go to these conferences, that's not always met really well, because they want what I will call the sweet romances, and there's nothing wrong with those. It's just different, okay? So what I want to do is tie that to today's verse, and that is John 1:11. And that says, "He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him." So when we relate that to Christ, he came to his people. He came to Israel, and they did not accept what he was saying about God. They did not accept him as God's son. And in the same way, I can go to these conferences thinking, oh, I'm a Christian writer, but not have that fit and not have them accept my books, right? So what I want to do for you as the challenge is say, where else can you go? And just ask yourself that a little bit. If you are running into some resistance, maybe like I am, or if you've got a project, are there other places outside of, quote, your people that maybe you haven't thought of that you can take your message to? Because we know Jesus eventually, he gave his message to anybody who would hear it, okay? So don't necessarily limit yourself to where you think, quote, your people are. Look for them everywhere and see if you can find another fit. That's my challenge. Take care.